What's up, Wikimaniacs? On today's episode, we have a misogynistic grandpa's will, a canceled anniversary, a partner who wants to know if they're wrong in a fight along with an update, a Roomba drowns, and a wife turns out to be a liar. For the Patreon exclusive stories, we have an OP who doesn't attend her sister's wedding, and an OP keeps a secret from their boyfriend. If those sound interesting to you and you want day early and ad-free episodes, head on over to patreon.com/cultivate podcast network. Reddit on Wiki starts now.
Get therapy.
I'm not ready.
Get therapy.
What's up, Wikimaniacs? It's your boy Josh here, joined, of course, with my two brothers, Sean and John. What's up, boys?
Yeah, that's the first time you've ever introduced us as your brothers. I'm fucking blushing. I'm swooning.
People watching for the first time.
He
Are
finally
they actually brothers?
acknowledged us. I mean, we could.
We could be.
I mean, maybe.
Could be.
We could be. We could be half white, half Filipino, and genes are a crazy thing.
We all look pretty wildly different. I don't know if we could be
very different.
We could be brothers.
We could be adopted.
Maybe our moms got it wrong.
That's true.
You know?
Don't talk about my mom like that.
I need a fucking. Ooh, boy, I'm flying to Canada.
I said our mom as if it was like a thing.
Our fictional mom.
Fictional mom. You want to talk about mother?
I felt like Mac from It's Always Sunny. You shut the fuck up. Don't talk about my mom. Been watching a lot of Sunny. Maybe too much Sunny.
Can tell. All right, boys. So with the competition on hold still, no holds bar. I still have your names up there, but doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Don't mean
So
shit.
you guys can go wild with your guesses today. First story, cross-posted by Phoebe the Fan.
Goats.
Who's actually got back-to-back stories on today's episode. So
Back to back.
Just goat shit.
goat shit. This title is, Am I the asshole for forcing my son to sell the car he is inheriting?
Yeah, fool.
Okay.
The fuck? You're forcing them, and because they inherited the damn car. Why would you force them to sell it?
I'm guessing that maybe they're still like
So
a minor and they need the money. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of why would somebody do this?
unless that family is like into deep debt and like, hey, we need help.
Yeah, but I guess we've had a lot of stories of just shitty parents being bad with finances, being like, I need fucking
True.
whiskey money. So
True.
Yeah, and forcing kids to do anything, that's already a no-no in our eyes.
that's true.
All
All right,
right.
we got to go asshole.
Asshole, right off the rip. I like it. So, this hasn't happened yet, but my whole family is fighting over this. I'll try to make this as short as possible. My father passed away in December. He owned a classic car. I believe it's a 50s Chevy Bel Air. My son, 17, is the only grandson he had.
I got to say, I wooed like I know what that looks like. I don't. I don't know anything about cars, but the 50 sounds
are we
cool.
learning Sean's a car person? But
No, I wooed and then I immediately felt like a poser. I had to stop. I'm so sorry. Ooh, woo.
I just nodded and like I know what the fuck I was
Yeah.
saying. Like, yeah,
I drive a fucking Kia Soul, the goddamn hamster car. I don't have any strong feelings on
That's fair.
vehicles.
So my son, 17, is the only grandson he had. I have one sister who has 2 daughters, and I have 2 daughters along with my son, so there are 5 grandkids in total. My dad was never a girls guy.
Oh,
He always got along with the boys more than the girls. Him and my son were very close. He has left the car to my son in his will. The rest of the grandkids got $4,000 each. The vehicle is valued over $70,000. Holy shit.
God.
You're
Damn.
right to woo, Sean. My sister is livid. I'm very unhappy as well. It's just blatantly unfair to his other 4 grandchildren. I don't understand the legality of the situation because it was left to him, but he is currently underage. Although old enough to drive, right? 17?
yeah, they could just say it's their car now. And if it's passed down, and again, this is I don't know shit about titles and all that, but if it's passed down, chances are the title is going to be under their name, right?
Yeah.
So it's technically theirs.
There's just this exact situation. It's Always Sunny. It's so funny.
Oh,
I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to laugh.
Okay.
But yeah,
If you know, you know. Is that
if
what
you
you're
know,
saying?
you know. My other It's Always Sunny fans.
Gotcha. So the car is currently held at my mom's house. I don't know how to force him to sell it, but I think that is what should happen, and the money can be divided equally amongst the grandkids, the way it should be.
Yeah.
My son is very upset about this. He says Grandpa left him the car, so it's his car. I have money saved for his college. I am almost considering telling him that his college money will be divided up amongst his sisters and cousins if he refuses to sell the car. So am I the asshole?
I'm still going with yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like kind of hot take. First off, I do agree with the fucking beginning of the episode. The misogynistic grandpa for sure. The grandpa sucks. But again,
Yes.
we've kind of, at least I kind of have a track record at least of being like, what you do with your money is what you do with your money. Whether it's right or wrong, what you choose to do with it is, I don't know. I don't know if choosing who to give money to, I mean, it does make him an asshole. He's a fucking misogynist. But
Yeah,
it's his money.
The grandpa's the asshole, though.
Yeah,
Right?
the grandpa's the asshole. I gotta
And
say,
so's
if the kid sells it and like keeps the money for himself, I think that's pretty shitty on him too. But if he keeps it as a memento to his fucking shitty ass grandpa, I mean, you said it. OP said it themselves. They were pretty close, so I feel like it would be hard to part ways. I imagine the son is just going to keep the car.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like, yeah, the grandpa obviously asshole for being misogynistic, piece of shit. But why punish your son for that? You know what I mean? Like, he's getting the inheritance. It's his to do what he wants with it. If he doesn't sell it and keeps it, which could potentially happen, then it's not like he got any money out of it either. You know what I mean? Like right now. But also like, yeah, I think you'd be the asshole for trying to make him sell it. It's his property. If you tried to force him to sell anything else, it would be shitty. So yeah, I'm going asshole if you make him do it.
I agree. Yes, the root of all evil of this is how the grandpa is kind of bad. But at the same time, probably because of the grandpa's values is why he didn't really like the women in the family, but that's on the grandpa.
Mhm.
But the fact is the kid grew up with the grandpa and he was the one that spent, seems like, the most time with him. So probably there's a little bit more emotional attachment, which is also because the grandpa didn't like the women.
But that's
in
not
their-
his
in-
fault.
in his-
It's the kid.
it's not the kid's fault, right? So, and I think, I don't know if I misheard it, right? Or I don't know if I misheard it, but the mom was planning to take away like the money saved for his college fund.
That's really
That
shitty.
is so unfair for the kid and forcing him to pay to divvy it up to everyone else. I think that's pretty fucked up. And at the end of the day, 17, the kid's almost an adult to begin with. So if, let's say it waited like, maybe he turns 18 in six months, you probably don't have a say to do that to begin with. So yeah, taking the money away is just a messed up move.
Also, if he was close with his grandpa, this is probably an emotional time for him. So forcing him to do this right now is pretty shitty, just to add on top of that.
Yeah.
Reddit agreed, said asshole. Shell Bryn said OP is really in the comments of that post saying if her son doesn't sell the car, they will make sure he gets very little when OP's mom dies. They're already making plans for the money that they will get when their only living parent is dead. They're looking forward to their other parent dying so that they can get payback.
That's wild.
Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah. Pretty fucked up. I pray my loved ones love me in this lifetime and actually grieve my death when I die rather than bicker about money and material items. We're all in this floating ball in the middle of the space. It's literally a miracle to be alive and thriving. But please continue to bitch and moan about where the money from your dead parents is going. The dead parents you will never see, hug, smell, hear from, get a call from, spend a holiday with, etc. ever again.
Jesus.
And I think that is an excellent way to like look at it. Like it's money at the end of the day. You're losing a loved one. Why are you not more upset about that? I mean, he sounds like he might have been a piece of shit, but like on top of that, you're planning for your mom to die, which is so fucked up.
I was going to say, it seems like the apple don't fall too far from the tree. It sounds like the mom is also a piece of shit waiting on the mom's downfall to begin.
Just crazy.
Yeah. Insane. Maybe you learn, maybe OP learned from the dad of just how being a terrible person. So they're both equally
How
terrible
can I also
together.
be a terrible parent?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah. Shitty. All right. So this next one cross-posted, like I said, back to back by Phoebe the Fan. And this one is, am I the asshole for canceling our anniversary trip because my husband, am I the asshole for canceling our
A husband cousin?
That's kind of what I said. Am I the asshole for canceling our anniversary trip because my husband drowned my terrarium?
Damn.
Wait,
terrarium is
I
like
thought they're underwater already.
That's an aquarium, I think, is what you're thinking of.
Oh.
Well, no, aquarium.
Am I not wrong? Is that not an aquarium instead of a terrarium?
I don't know. I guess a terrarium has all terrain, so there could be water involved, but also
Yes.
True.
there's like a top. There's ground.
Oh, yeah, there are water terrariums. You're right, Sean. Sorry.
It's okay. You're forgiven, brother.
So he probably made it to an aquarium by putting all the water in there.
Honestly, just a new way to look at it.
It's now a water terrarium.
Pretty sick, huh?
Look at the turtle. Look at the turtle.
Jesus, what do you guys say?
I say no. Just because Phoebe the Fan posted this, I feel like I'm just guessing here that there might be a theme that this was like some sort of like an heirloom, and that terrarium was something of like a sentimental value, and for the husband to fuck it up, I think it's very justifiable. Oh my god, I'm thinking of the word husband now. Alabama people.
If I ever have an
Sweet
incest,
home.
if I ever have an incest story, that's what I'm going to name them.
My husband.
My meds are running out, so I'm just like, I am so fixated on the word husband. That's all I can
Oh
think
my
of
god.
now.
Oh, that reminds me of like a TikTok I saw. It's I don't know how popular it got, but it was like a girl and she was like, yeah, so I found out that my husband is actually my twin brother. And they go on like a
Hey,
they go on a crazy story and then they just end it. And then everybody in the comments is like, this has to be a joke, right? Like, you're joking, right? You're absolutely joking. And then she just never answers it.
Oh my god.
But
Dude,
it's too insane to be real.
I don't know.
Hey man, like that's taking Twin Flame to another level, bro.
All right. Let's hop into the story. So, I, 29 female, traveled across the country to visit a company regarding an incredible job offer. I spent 2 days touring the company to decide if it would be a right fit for me after years of self-employment. After meeting with the company, I visited my sister, 32 female, and her family a few towns over. We barely get to see each other because of work and distance, so it was wonderful to spend a few days with her, the family, and her new baby. I was gone for a total of 8 days. When I returned home, I was excited to spend time with my husband, 33 male, and tell him about the trip, my visit with my sister, my impression of the city, etc. We were meant to be celebrating our anniversary and decided to put off the discussion about whether or not I should accept the job offer until after our anniversary getaway. I'd arranged for us to go on a luxury train ride because he's a big train enthusiast, and we were meant to leave for the trip 3 days after I got home.
John, you did one of those, right?
I did. Royal Gorge in Canyon City, Colorado.
That sounds
Really,
awesome.
really great place. It was nice.
I always want to visit Colorado. It looks beautiful.
Oh, let's go. I love Colorado.
Denver
We
show.
don't have to go together, but
Wow.
But
Wow.
I know, Sean, right? I was like trying to extend an invite.
God.
This motherfucker over here a while ago saying, you are my brothers, but bitch don't want to go to Colorado with me. What the
That
fuck?
fucking
You fake as
deep,
fuck,
dude.
Josh.
What the fuck?
For real. Damn.
Oh, that's
The
crazy.
fuck? This shit came off left. Man, this is why the Browns
Whoa.
stick together. Sean, would you like to go to Colorado together,
I would
brother?
fucking love to, man.
could you imagine if Sean
Thank
was
you.
like,
Let's
I'm good,
leave.
actually.
Only if Josh goes.
No, fuck that guy.
Fuck it, man.
Oh, that was funny.
What an asshole.
Oh.
That is the title of the show.
Next week, this exact scenario in a Reddit story.
John's written it.
It's me.
So
Posted by Childish John Bino. Who could that be?
Posted by
so-
not Sean Hemsworth.
So this is where the problem started. I have a very large, closed, bioactive terrarium, which I made with my mother 15 years ago.
Ooh, my prediction might be right.
It's one of my favorite things I have from her before she passed. You nailed it, John.
I knew it.
John.
Racist.
Oh,
Wait,
John
who?
got it?
Yeah, John got it.
No, it was me that
Oh,
said
John guessed it. Sorry.
Wow. First, he doesn't want to travel with
God.
us. Next second, he can't
And he
tell us
mistakes me for
apart.
the wrong brown guy. What the fuck
What's
is going on right
man?
now?
I'm tired, okay?
It's not an excuse. We've been doing this for almost 3 years.
That's
It's
insane.
an excuse. It's not a good one.
You bastard.
All right. So this terrarium is my pride and joy and has come with me everywhere since we planted it. It was always super healthy and beautiful, and I've only ever had to open it up 4 times to do a little maintenance and watering. My husband knows all of this, which is why I don't understand why he decided to tamper with it in my absence. I didn't notice the night I got home because I was exhausted, but the next morning I went to check on the terrarium to find it in a terrible state. The roots were rotting and the plants were dying and molding. He told me that the day I left, he poured a few cups of water into the vessel and sealed it again. I was so mad, I cried, and it turned into a huge argument because, quote, it's just a plant, and, quote, all you do is look at it anyway.
This motherfucker jealous over the plant?
Plant?
That's crazy. You got jealous over the plant.
He called me ungrateful and overdramatic, and that I should appreciate that his intentions was to help me.
Well,
He didn't ask because he didn't want to bother me on my trip. Wild.
well,
I ended up canceling our anniversary plans, partly because I was so upset that I didn't want to go, and partly because I wanted to try and salvage the plants, and that would require time. He hit the roof when I told him this and is now sleeping in a separate room and refusing to speak with me because, according to him, I'm being petty and trying to destroy our marriage. So am I being overly sensitive about my plants? My friends are pretty evenly split, and I pointed out that he was just trying to be thoughtful, however misguided it was. So am I the asshole?
no.
You destroyed your
Crazy.
property.
Yeah.
Not only the property,
And then gaslit
but
you afterwards.
not just property, a sentimental property at that. The one that reminds her of her mom.
Which he 100% knows about too.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God.
Oh, there's an update on this one, right?
No, there's no update on this one.
Oh, okay.
Fortunately, sorry if you were waiting for that. But Reddit deemed not the asshole, obviously.
For sure.
Good.
Tortoise Fur said the normal response from a rational human being was to be sorry and apologetic from nearly destroying a loved one's passion project.
Yeah, look, I have been in this shitty husband's shoes, right? When my parents travel, I'm in charge of their garden. Well, guess who's not good at gardening? No matter how fucking hard I try, I murder the shit out of their plants every time. Even though I'm doing my fucking best, I'm watering twice a day in the summer when it's fucking 1,000 degrees outside. I just don't know what I'm doing wrong. But I always apologize, and I always, I explain to them that I'm doing my best. And if they got mad at me, I would just take it. I wouldn't be like, well, actually, I was doing something nice.
It's just
I would
plants.
it's just plants. Yeah, I would apologize. So yeah, insane behavior right off the bat to get mad at this. And also, she's the one that booked the fucking trip, you broke ass bitch. Don't be mad when she canceled it. You're the one that fucked up.
That's true too. I didn't even think of that part, but you're right. Yeah, and the other thing is like a quick text to be like, hey, does your terrarium need to be watered?
Yeah, I had big doubts that he didn't text her once or call her once during the 8 days.
8 days.
Yeah, fucking. Yeah, I mean, y'all don't like a good night text, like a, hey, everything good where you're at? Then you could be like, hey, I want to water the terrarium as a nice thing to you. Should I do that? And then she could have just quickly told you, no, I've opened it twice in 2 years or however many times.
4 years and 15 years. Four times in 15 years.
4 times in 15 years. So actually don't fucking touch it.
Yeah.
She could have told you that if you had just asked. 2 cups of water is crazy. After never 4 times in 15 years and you fucking 2 cups of water in that bitch. That's crazy.
Just drowning everything.
This fool had the easiest job not to do anything. And he still fucked that up.
He tried to
Oh
do
my
something
God.
nice, which, if you had just apologized afterwards and not fucking made a big scene about it, you might be in the right. You might be forgiven. But to fucking go crazy right afterwards.
Then call her out on it,
Yeah.
saying like, pretty much saying you're pretty much jealous of a damn plant.
Dead ass
So-
for sure. All you do is look at that thing. You're like, oh, okay, relax.
Yeah. So you guys keep going on the basis that he did it out of the kindness of his heart. But this one commenter, only midscore ingenuity 7889, says, is your taking this job going to necessitate a move that he's unhappy about or a change in balance of who's the primary breadwinner? This seems like a tantrum followed by gaslighting, not the asshole. So they're insinuating that maybe he was acting out because he's terrible at communicating his unhappiness with a potential move, which is like 3-year-old behavior. But
Yeah, fucking.
I again, as being in a relationship with my wife making twice as much as I do, if she gets a bag, baby boy, I'm getting a bag too. So you should just be happy and support your partner about like their dreams and aspirations
Hell yeah.
of moving up. Move up with them and fucking, be a cheerleader with it and say like, hey, I see you doing big things. Shit makes me want to do big things too. So fuck your unsupportive ass, man. Support your partners, good or bad, whatever. Just support them. Shit.
Hell yeah. With that, we'll move on to the next story here. This is the one with the update, Sean. So this one is cross-posted by Substantial, lower score fan, lower score 2578. And shout out for them for actually, tagging both the update and the original story.
Hey, that's what's
So
up.
the title for this one is, Am I Wrong in This Fight?
Ooh.
Is it a hockey fight?
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to guess?
Well,
Oh, right. Yeah, we do predictions. Yeah, that's part of the show. Right. Yeah, you make a good point. One more game with the title. I feel like nothing was given.
Am I wrong in this
We
fight?
can't-
That's all it says.
That's kind of fucked up that you're having us predict off nothing.
Well, what the hell did you do? Did you fucking drown the terrarium of like your girlfriend
I
or some
killed my
shit? In
wife's
that case, then
terrarium.
yes, you're the fucking asshole. So that's my guess. It's all a continuation.
Okay.
Yeah, and I know you're trying to split us apart by not making these things matter, but I stand with John. I stand with Brown. So whatever that man says.
That sounds disgusting.
Because we're going to Colorado together.
I stand with Brown. Sounds
Wow.
wild.
Now you think Brown is
wow.
disgusting?
Oh my
We just got off an episode where you talked about poop for an hour.
Wow, so Brown is just poop to you? Wow.
I will leave the show. And it will never get published.
That's true. You could.
You see the shit, Wikimaniacs? See what we got to fucking deal with over here?
Wow. Was that a pun?
What? No.
Fucking
Why would it be a pun?
Oh, because you said shit and we were talking about.
Oh.
Okay, never mind.
No.
I'm trying to pay very
Am I
close
living
attention.
Am I living in your head rent
you
free?
broke
brother?
it.
I'm fucking scared at all times. Not another one.
All right. So my wife and I don't fight much. And when we do fight, we usually communicate well afterwards and things go back to normal.
Okay.
I brag to my friends about how reasonable my wife is, and her ability to communicate and empathize is something I deeply admire. She doesn't hold grudges. She takes me through my rough times until now.
What'd you do,
Okay.
brother?
Due to a fire, my wife is out of work, but still earning her salary thanks to insurance. We decided she would be a stay-at-home with our young son while out of work. She doesn't love child rearing, which is something we knew going into having kids. Honestly, it's hard to tell. She's a great mom, present and loving even when I can see her struggling inside. I give my wife a lot of breaks. We co-parent, split bedtime routines for our 2 kids. We both pull our weight. Yesterday was a snow day. My daughter was home with my wife and son. I work from home downstairs all day. I helped my daughter with cyber school until noon. My wife was with my son in the snow all morning, plowing the drive and sidewalk, etc., and maintaining the house. My daughter joined them, and from the sounds of things and some videos, she brought her friends over for playing and hot chocolate. I worked until around 5, and when I went upstairs, it was chaotic. My wife was doing laundry and helping my daughter, who fell and hurt herself on the ice. She sent home the friends, and we had dinner. I did the cleanup, and right after finishing cleaning up, keep in mind I've been downstairs working all day, not even a bathroom break after noon. I go into the playroom, and my wife approaches me, and it goes like this. Her. Hey, can I go lie down for a bit? I admit I made a face and said, I haven't gone to the bathroom all day and I put cookies in the oven. I can tell I messed up just by her face. Her. Fine, never mind. Forget I asked. Heaven forbid. Now I'm sensing attitude and I know I've misstepped here, so I say, no, it's fine. I will take care of it all. Go take a break. To my complete shock, in front of our kids, who I admit aren't paying much attention, but are still close, my wife says, I said, never fucking mind. I've been running on my feet all day and watching our kids and other people's kids, and heaven fucking forbid I ask for 20 minutes to myself. I again say, go take a break. I told you it was fine, but she clearly lost her marbles and is seeing red. She starts cleaning up and helping with the kids, and I do too. I try to overcompensate, but she just took over caring for them and they listened to her. In the hall, I said, I think you forgot I worked all day. And she viciously says, thanks for reminding me. I almost forgot.
Brother,
like
wrong move.
Yeah. Hey, let's stoke these fires.
Yeah, just
being
fucking stay clear and then talk whenever when the kids are down.
I know you took care of, what was it, 8 kids or whatever today, but I worked, okay? I feel like an ass. I get that she works hard caring for the kids, but I work hard too. I think not having her job and escape is making her reaction in this fight worse. She texted me the next day with her usual communication. She expressed how upset she felt with my behavior and the way I acted towards her. She said she was feeding and taking care of 6 kids all day in the snow alone and still cleaned the entire house and deep cleaned our craft room. I explained that I'm stressed at work and that I didn't get why she was so upset since I offered the break, but she said, quote, I don't want your pity breaks. She ended it with saying, thanks for the apology, by the way, which, yeah, I didn't exactly apologize, but for what?
Ew.
Dude. And then she asked for the number to my daughter's piano teacher. The piano teacher was the only activity that I managed for the kids. I found out she texted her asking her to go through my wife now, as she will be managing the schedule. Normally, my wife would text me asking if I can get my daughter from dance on my way home yesterday. I do this every week, and I didn't hear from anything, but when I got home, I found my wife dropped and picked her up. I confronted my wife with, I'm very present with my children. Do not take me out to be an absent father. My wife responded with, if I didn't manage and ask for your help, you'd see them a quarter of the time you do now, and I'm done managing you. I get it. I should have just smiled and agreed when she asked for help, but this is extreme. She's having a fit and trying to ice me out of my relationship with my kids. It's so petty. It's like I don't even know this woman. Gone is the reasonable, level-headed communicator. So if you made it this far, thank you, and please tell me if I'm in the wrong here.
All right, you said there was an update, right?
There is, yeah.
Okay, but based on this is a hot take for me, but no one sucks here.
Ooh, that is a hot take.
So actually, I was gonna say no one sucks here up until to the point where he's like, I shouldn't say sorry and I shouldn't apologize, right? Like he didn't see the error of his ways. That he had me until there.
Okay,
I'm giving for now. Up to that point, no one sucks here, but ultimately, like the very end, I think he sucks. He sucks. I think he fell into the scope of like them having like great communication skills, and I think he kind of fell into that pit of like, okay, things are going well. I get it. Like, he's busy at work. He's trying to provide, doing all this, and they had kind of like an agreement, like she'll take care of the house while she was out. Because of was it an accident at work or some shit like that?
Yeah, sounds like it.
Like a fire. I think hearing what the wife's reaction is, I think she's depressed as hell. First off, like because once she lost like her opportunity to pursue her career, further it, that reaction from her was probably like a cumulative reaction of all the frustration she's having. But the husband is also on that false pretense of like everything is good. Because that's kind of like all he sees, right? Like communication has been good for the past couple years. Like when they have issues, they talk it out.
Sounds like she talks it out, though.
Yeah.
She's the first one to approach it.
Yeah, but that's why I was like in the beginning, I was like, okay, for now, no one sucks here. Until he opened his mouth to say, I shouldn't apologize. That's when I was like, oh, fuck, never mind.
Okay.
Like you're an
So when
ass.
he was, when the thing started, he was like, oh yeah, brag to my friends about how level-headed my wife is. I was just like, I don't know. It was giving me the vibe that like, whenever they get into fights, it's not really like a compromise. Well, it's not really like a compromise, more so much as like she doesn't want to fight back, or like he always. It just felt like he always got his way, type of deal.
Yeah,
and like blah, blah. Just the way it was worded, I was like, I don't know, this is kind of fishy. And then it seemed to be like kind of all right. And then at the end, I was like, okay, I think he might actually be a fucking shithead.
Yeah. So there's a few things in here for me, because it's like, I will say asshole. For me, it seems like she.
Yeah. I think he's an asshole.
Because of what Sean said, it gave me a little bit of a red flag at the beginning where it was like, oh, she's reasonable. She doesn't hold grudges. It's like, okay, I mean, that's not, I
was like, what about you?
Where are you on that end of the thing?
Where are you on grudges?
And then he goes into, she wasn't like super into having kids, it sounded like, which was another red flag for me.
2 kids?
And she still had it.
2 kids?
Yeah.
And then on top of it, it sounds like she coordinates everything. She's like, hey, can you pick up from piano? Can you pick up from dance? If she's going to take the kids to bed, he doesn't go with them. It sounded like there's a whole bunch of things that just seemed like.
Well, in the beginning, they said like all the responsibilities were split.
Well, he can say that.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the context. Of course, that's the context we're given.
Well, no, but like based off of the examples he gives later on, it sounds like if she's not coordinating it for him, it's not a 50-50 split then. It's her coordinating it.
That's why in the beginning, it was like, okay, this sounds like, they had a compromise. And then he opened his mouth at the very end.
Yeah. So Reddit deemed asshole. Ambitious midscore button midscore 148 said, this is hilarious due to seriously waiting for the wife's direction on literally anything for/with the kids, and has the audacity to accuse her of replacing him when it comes to being an involved parent. Take some initiative.
That's a good point, because he was like, oh yeah, she texts me to pick them up. Like, if that's your job, shouldn't you just fucking know to pick them up?
Pick the kid up.
Like, wait, that's a fucking, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, what the fuck?
Take some initiative and learn the family routine. 100% this guy just ignored all of his wife's reservations about having kids and managing her time, and just ignored her not wanting kids and just assumed she would change her mind because she's a woman. So I mean, most of my points came from that one because I read it earlier, but it's how I felt when I was reading the story. It is cheating because my opinion's always tainted on these. But let's hop into the update here, which is actually cross-posted on, I believe, Relationship Advice. So it's not actually...
Which is definitely going to put a worse light in his dumb ass.
Like you said, John, the more he talks, the worse he gets.
He had me in the first half, not going to lie. And then he opened his mouth. I'm like, yep, that's what I get for fucking trusting people sometimes.
So this is from r/relationship advice, and said, told my wife, 35 female, that she couldn't do it without me, 34 male. Turns out she can. So,
you got dumped.
Fuck. Around and found out.
I made one stupid selfish comment to my wife a week or so ago, and now my life is in disarray. My wife is in some crisis. Her work is closed and she is being paid, but she's at home with our kids now, including one 3-year-old. She gets breaks on Mondays and Friday with childcare. We went into having kids knowing she wanted to be a working mother, so this has taken some adjustments to say the least. On to the OG fight. So this kind of recaps the stuff, but some stuff he adds in here to reiterate. So she spent a long day with their kids and the neighboring kids. And when I came upstairs from work and she asked for a break, I didn't respond well. I made excuses and didn't offer to help. And for the first time in years, my wife lost her temper and cursed at me. Like an idiot, I dug in, thought I was right. I admit we both said some unkind things. But after Reddit humbled me and she's made me sit down and write a list of things I did for the family that day and compared it with hers. Hers was longer.
Oh, absolutely.
Much longer.
I apologize. She accepted it, and I figured things would go back to normal. So he wanted things to go back to the way they were when she was doing most of the things.
So he acknowledged that there was he acknowledged that there was an imbalance. Probably wrote a physical list of all the shit that you've done, and he's still like, all right, let's go back to normal.
I want things to go back to normal.
I'm sorry about that, but that
bitch
looks perfect to me, actually.
I like that your list is longer than my list, actually. So they haven't gone back to normal. My wife used to include me in parenting our kids. I did dance pickup most weeks, and bedtime was split. I gave baths, made dinner, all the stuff. Since our fight, my wife hasn't asked me for any help with the kids. The first morning I woke up on what was supposed to be my morning with the kids. I figured she was being nice or trying to prove a point, but it keeps happening. She didn't even send them down to say goodnight last night. Normally, my wife does a silly game where she sends my son to ask me to read 5 books, and then we negotiate down to 1 or 2 and race upstairs. Last night, I heard her racing him upstairs and came to find her doing bedtime yet again. The kids haven't even noticed. It's like she's replacing me. That's telling. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
When we were fighting, I said something really, really dumb that's living inside me, festering. My wife was being nasty and said, you wouldn't see the kids a quarter of the amount of time as you do if I didn't arrange it and I'm done managing you. I defended myself and said, I'm not an absent parent. And something along the lines was, I'd like to see how long you can manage without me. Consider my foot officially
She said,
in my mouth.
Fucking yikes.
She started running again. She's cooking really healthy and often. Every night I come home to my perfectly happy Stepford wife doing it all without me, and I feel empty inside.
Oh no.
How do I
She's
fix
getting
this?
ready to fucking leave your ass.
Leave you.
How do I fix this? I don't even know where to begin. At this point, I want to beg her to go back to things how they were. This wasn't what we agreed on.
No, how many times you gotta write this shit and realize that going back to how it was before is exactly the reason why you're in this fucking situation,
100%.
you idiot.
Dude.
Man. It's crazy to write all that and then be like, why can't we just go back to how
no self-awareness whatsoever. Bro, she's getting her hot girl somewhere on.
Yes.
And yeah,
it's a rap, son.
Admittedly.
It's a fucking rap, bro.
Admittedly.
Also,
goddamn.
it never did he ever like communicate and like truly apologize?
No, it seems like
No, I don't
Because
think
he
he
said,
did.
I'm
Double
sorry your
down.
list is longer. Now can we get back to how it was?
Yeah.
To how
Can
it
we
was.
get back to how the list should be?
And on top of
Actually?
that, he's like, this has been living inside me and festering. It's like, communicate, talk. You bragged about your wife being able to communicate, but it sounds like you cannot
See,
do
that's-
that.
And y'all called that out. See, that's one thing I missed in the beginning. That's why I was like, damn. And then he opened his mouth. I was like, oh, that's what hit me, you
You're right.
fucking
Maybe he
idiot.
shouldn't communicate. He seems terrible at it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. But after that, 100% the asshole for sure. I think we can all agree.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Bro, she gonna be hot in the market,
Yeah.
baby. You fucked up. You done messed up.
Dude, if you don't change your ways and start acting like a partner and a parent, goddamn, you're going to be alone.
Damn. Also, I really feel like he's capping when he's saying like, oh yeah, do the baths and cook, all that. I feel like you're not really doing all that if your kids are not even noticing that you've been like erased from their life for the past 2 weeks or
Yeah.
whatever.
When I read that,
Like,
I was like, oh, that is the most telling thing in the story, that your kids are like, "Oh, I haven't even noticed dad hasn't.
Yeah. Nothing's changed really. You know?
Yeah. So I think he might have been lying about that for sure.
Yeah. Or at
Yep.
least embellishing.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I cook too, like once a month. Like, okay, do you?
All right. Next story here. Posted on Am I the Asshole by Cat Boy in a Maid Outfit. The great username.
Fantastic.
Nice.
And the title for this one is Am I the Asshole Because I Laughed My Ass Off When My Mom Told Me Her Roomba Fell into the Pool.
Your mom?
It's mom. I read it.
Okay, sorry. I apologize, London.
Just London.
Well, I've been told the accent is purely London and not truly English. So
I know, it's just funny.
Hey, well,
I'm learning my
bro.
my ways.
hey, give it to that one Wikimaniac who loves it when you talk an
No,
accent.
I don't like the tone you're taking.
fulfill.
No, that's
their
that's
deepest
the new
fantasies,
tier
Sean.
of the Patreon. You can't just get that for free anymore. You're making me put him on.
$20 tier.
Sean live
You want your
streams.
you want your fix?
Just talks in an Aussie
You want your
accent.
fixation?
It's just gonna be my bunions live stream of my bunions, and then me talking in a British accent.
Shrimp on the
A
barbie.
$20 tier. The shrimp or the Barbie.
Shrimp or the Barbie.
Shrimp or the Barbie tier.
Oh.
Woo.
All right. So what are you guys saying to this one with the Roomba falling into the pool?
Uh,
Nah, that's funny.
I think it's okay to laugh at that, but yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? Not laugh at a Roomba falling in a pool?
It's pretty funny.
What'd you do, Mom? You didn't close the door? Because my dumbass, that happened before. Not fall in the pool, but I forgot to close my screen door and my Roomba was vacuuming my lawn.
I've seen a video where the Roomba just straight up like I guess their dash cam. I guess it went. I don't know how it got out, but it just went out. It kept going and kept going. It was out of the security camera's view.
I have a great comment that kind of goes off that, but we'll read the story first and go into it.
Okay.
So I'm on the phone with her as she's in her winter residence in Florida. In brackets, she's a snowbird, and telling me I'll be in Florida when this episode comes out. Wow.
Damn, she rich, so she got 2 houses. She got a snow house and
a lot of people in Canada go to Florida for the winter.
Y'all got money.
Some of them do. And telling me that she was cleaning her house and left the screen door open.
Whoa.
And I'm like, where are you going with this? Because my mom kind of rambles a bit with the stories that go nowhere. And then she says the Roomba was missing and she found it at the bottom of the pool.
Damn.
That completely caught me off guard and I'm howling with laughter. And my mom is like, it's not funny. That's a $400 machine. And somehow that made it even funnier. And she's not making it easy for me because she's describing that apparently it didn't die right away. And for a minute, the little brush things were going around like it was trying to doggy paddle its way out of there.
Oh, poor Roomba.
R.I.P.
So my mom is angry that the Roomba wasn't built with some sort of safety device in case it falls into the water.
Why would it?
Yeah, it's called closing. It's called closing your door.
Like,
yeah, why isn't my house vacuum fucking all terrain?
Waterproof, yeah. Like flotation bags that are supposed to pop out of it like chitty chitty bang bang or something.
Damn.
At this point, I'm just literally in tears laughing so hard. So
I would be laughing.
My mom's angry, the Roomba's dead, and I'm probably not invited to Easter dinner. So am I the asshole?
No.
How
can you? It's impossible not to laugh at that.
To laugh.
I think even if that happened to me, it's a funny story. That's why I would tell people.
Yeah, I'm like, well, shit.
It sucks. It's $400. It's expensive.
For sure.
Yeah, crazy.
And you asking for all those features, that's why it's $400. If it had even any more features, that shit would be triple or quadruple the price.
If you pay $1,200 for your room, but you get the flotation package.
It can float.
Where it cleans your pool as well.
I do have a Roomba for the pool, and it's fun because I can control it, and I love it.
Damn.
Another glance into the life of luxury at the.
Sean, do you have a pool?
No, I don't. Surprisingly, no.
Wow, me neither.
Pool.
Oh shit. Well then,
I got a Roomba, but not one good enough to that I can control either. It kind of just does its thing.
Move along.
Mine
Move
doesn't
along.
even work on my internet's or Wi-Fi's.
That's wild. You guys have Wi-Fi?
Yes, we trying to look for you.
Sean's
I got
dial-up.
fucking Wi-Fi? That's crazy. How y'all get that?
As his screen says, primary uploads are slow right
You better believe it. You better fucking believe it.
So Reddit said not the asshole, of course. And Bailey the nerd said not the asshole, OP. First of all, the situation is hilarious. Secondly, this is the risk people have when keeping non-native species in their house.
Whoa.
What if it hadn't fallen into the pool and just went around vacuuming things? What if it outcompeted the native street sweepers? You can't just let that thing out into the ecosystem and not expect some kind of consequences.
Facts.
That's natural selection at its best.
Yeah.
Taking the street cleaners' jobs.
Hell yeah.
Leave the pool Roombas for the pool Roombas. Right, John?
Exactly.
That's what they're there
Exactly.
for.
Yeah.
That's what they're there for.
They should build a wall around that pool.
Oh God.
God. You can't have a racist episode like today, Josh, and then say build the wall. We won't allow it, actually.
This is my mega pivot.
And the guy's going to Florida where, Rob DeSantis happens to live. He's transforming.
Robert?
Robert. Is he
No.
shrinking? Is he finally taking off the high heels?
Yeah.
High heels on my tippies.
High heels on my tippies.
Okay. So the last one we got here is cross-posted by Fleetum Sock. And the title for this one is, Am I the asshole for telling my wife she was a liar and leaving?
Ooh.
I'd also like to give a shout out to Fleetum Sock because they copied and pasted the text into the post. Because sometimes it gets deleted and I have to type it out.
So the wife is a liar and you dipped.
I mean, if she lied,
Maybe your wife lied about the Roomba having being
You said
waterproof.
this could float.
You said I had a fucking flotation device. Fuck you. Now it's dead. I gotta buy another $400 Roomba.
I'm conflicted because part of me is like lying, bad, not the asshole. And the other half of me is
Dipping.
you're the husband. So like 80% of the time you're the asshole. Just math wise looking at it. I'm not even trying to be, not trying to pick sides. I'm just going with the statistics.
Yeah, statistically on the stories we get.
Statistically speaking.
I'm gonna go no.
Yeah.
Some people could be liars.
That's what I'm
I don't
thinking.
like
I'm thinking
liars.
maybe this person got caught cheating and lied about it, and then I'm out.
You're seeing things, babe.
Yeah. Maybe the wife is just quirky.
Oh, no.
All right. So my wife and my mother have never, not even for a fraction of a second, gotten along.
Oh, it's a mama's boy.
This is off to a
God
bad start for
damn.
us.
God damn.
This was 100% my mother's fault.
Oh,
From the moment I dared to bring my wife home, my mother was hostile and said my wife wasn't good enough for me and tried to get me to move back home. And yes, it's a cultural thing. I'm Mexican and my wife is Irish. I cut my mom off for a very long time and it really pained me to do so, but it wasn't worth losing my wife. Well, my wife found out that we were having a baby in December 2022. We made the announcement in April and somehow my mom found out. She started sending me mailed letters because I had blocked her on everything else. And through the mail, she'd expressed her desire to be a grandmother and apologized multiple times. Said she would do better and be more accepting. After many, many long discussions with my wife, she caved and said my mother was welcome here for 4 days. She lives in Mexico, but we have a spare room, but said I had better stand up for her endlessly if my mom acts up. I agreed.
Okay.
My mom saved up for months to travel this way. We are in Colorado.
whoa.
Fuck you, Josh.
Fuck you.
I didn't even plan that. That's awesome.
You bitch.
We can go to
We don't
New
have to
York.
go together. What do you mean?
You bitch.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, John. We can go together.
Wow.
No, fuck you. It's too late.
Only sorry to
I'm going
John.
with Sean.
Only sorry to John. Like only one person was hurt in the situation. Wow, that's twice you cut me deep this episode. That's twice,
Is
brother.
on one today, man. What is
I mean,
going
to be
on with
fair,
Josh?
I said it to John. So
No, but you affected my brother here, okay? And now I'm affected as well. So I do not like you today, Josh.
I apologize
It's
to both of you. I'll go
okay.
to Colorado.
Okay.
No.
Listen, guys, I'm already not the favorite. You guys are just killing me here. Sometimes I feel it'd be better off if I just wasn't on the show.
Hey,
That's cap.
You don't say
That's
that.
cap.
I see
That's
the comments.
Hey, you don't say that. You mean everything to us, okay? Can you not
We would
say
not
that
do
shit?
the
We
show
love
without you. And not only because we
Exactly.
wouldn't know how to, but also we just wouldn't do it without you, brother.
I mean, I could be a full-time producer. Wouldn't have to be on the show.
I mean, no. No. That will destroy
You
the vibes.
shut your mouth, Josh. We would not do this show without you, brother.
You,
All right.
you, but you're still a fucking bitch, Josh.
God damn, Jesus.
All right, we're even now.
We're even, John.
Okay, so she got here 2 days ago. Everything was fine at first, but tonight shit hit the fan. Basically, my wife still has trouble eating. She's still nauseous, and whenever her breast milk comes in, it makes her sick to her stomach. She also won't/can't eat when she's nursing because it makes her sick. Well, our daughter is cluster feeding, so my wife has very small window of when she's able to eat. Well, my mom wanted to make a cultural dish tonight for dinner to treat us to a meal. But what she hadn't told us was this meal was going to take 4 hours to cook, and she started at 4 p.m. My wife said she was going to eat something else because she couldn't wait that long to eat, and my mom was offended and said she was rude, which I immediately put a stop to and explained the situation. My mom stopped, but when my wife was eating, she kept giving her looks. I said, "Mom, stop it right now," and she scoffed and said something under her breath and turned to my wife and said, "In my culture, this is unacceptable. Since you are raising children in my family, you will learn better." My wife immediately screamed at her, "Shut the fuck up and let me eat whatever or leave." My wife threw her hand towel and grabbed her stuff and left. I was so hurt by both of them. I told my wife she was a liar. She told me she would let me handle it, and she didn't. Instead,
I don't know if you did, though. I don't
Yeah,
think you handled it, brother.
Instead, she made my mom leave. I know my mom was wrong, but why couldn't she do this for me? I then left. She didn't even try to stop me, and she texted me and said, "Why don't you go back with your mom?" So am I the asshole?
Yeah. First of all, the way it was presented, she was like, "Hey, I begged my wife to accept my mom again."
I berated my wife basically until she caved.
Right? Because she caved. That's
Yeah,
essentially what it
that's what
was.
it sounded like.
She knew that he knew that the relationship was volatile, and he doesn't have the capability of acknowledging that, hey, my wife just gave birth. She's still nursing. She's doing all the necessary shit to take care of essentially a newborn.
Yeah.
Postpartum could still be a factor. She's still most likely recovering physically. But you take the one volatile thing that does not like her and you bring it to that same household and you expect any fucking different.
Well, also, you got her to accept that, to let her into the house on the condition that you would protect her.
Yeah.
And she fucking had multiple chances to be like, all right, you got to get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, come on. I cut you out already and I'm not going to let you do that. But instead you're just like, stop, mom. Like gentle parenting your parent. What the fuck are you doing? You said you'd kick her out. So kick her out.
Yeah.
You're the one that lied.
Yeah. I love the wife's reaction. Just being like, shut the fuck up and leave. Yeah. Don't fuck with the Irish. They'll fuck with you right back.
Exactly right.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously asshole. Like, yeah. Like you both said, it sounded like you berated her into getting her to come, let the mom come stay. Also, it's a terrible time. She just had a baby. Obviously, not like has a medical condition where it's like, I have to eat at these specific times. And the mom's like treating it like it's a diss on her when like it's a choice. So yeah, pretty fucked up to let her talk to your wife like that.
I was gonna say one last thing. Like, I also gotta say, like, if the husband was smart enough, what he would have done is should be like a gradual reintroduction of like building that relationship with the mom.
Yeah,
immediate say visit me when I just gave birth is a dumbass move.
At least just get lunch or catch up with them over dinner or something.
Start off with like a FaceTime, or a smart husband would also have gotten the mom a hotel.
Yes, exactly.
Oh yeah.
And just be like, do it in like what's the word that I'm looking for? Like in like certain amounts of time. Like, hey, we're gonna hang out for like a couple hours, and then we go on to our separate ways. It's still too hot. Like, this whole situation is still fire, and you were just like, nope, go at it, go fucking mingle with each other for 4 days
Stay
straight.
in the same house for 4 days after you haven't talked in years.
Idiot.
That's a wild
dumbass. He's fucking dumb for that.
Crazy. All right. That is it for this episode, Wikimaniacs. What did you think? Were these people assholes? Let us know in the comments down below in YouTube, Discord, or in our subreddit. You want to hear more like a crazy story we just covered on Patreon?
Dude, the Patreon story is wild. I gotta,
dude,
unhinged.
It's very funny.
It is.
It does all the work itself. We didn't have to say too much about it.
If you're financially smart, you should join our Patreon. If you know.
If you go to patreon.com/cultivate podcast network, you get those stories as well as bonus episodes and bonus stories every Monday. John, Sean, are we still brothers?
I guess.
Brothers forever, brother.
Hell yeah.
As long as you go to redditonwikishop.com and purchase your Valentine's Day merchandise right now. Thank you.
Stay tuned for our Colorado show.
It'll be just Josh.
It's just me. All right. Thank you, Sean and John, for coming on today and giving your takes. Thank you, Wikimaniacs, for another amazing episode. We'll see you on Monday. Bye.
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 Okay, so you think any of this whole thing is people's business? You fucking prick. You left out the details because you know you're wrong.